Hey! There we go. What's up, boys? It's time for another episode of Shitpost Theater. Listen, the future will change, or I'll put my foot right up its ass. God, no. Nope. God, yes. After this meeting, I will hold a press conference to inform the public of the current situation. The people must know the danger posed by Riza. No matter what Bryce and I think about your involvement, the public could feel differently. Because they're not real dragons, that's how. Yumi and Bryce will have to face the backlash resulting from this information becoming public. And what's more, Dick, you might be in real danger yourself. Ah, shit, post theater. Riza himself may come to silence you once he learns that you are helping us, or consider the public uproar from those who would question your involvement. All things considered, it would be best if you return to your own world until the situation has been resolved. I came to the very same conclusion, Minister. Got my apple juice. Got my pepperoni pizza. It's a good day. It's a good day. Then with your support, this is what shall be done. Please don't. You don't agree? If you send me back now, this diplomatic relationship is over. I'll have to admit defeat to humanity. There's no way I can return without your generators, RPDA, or Riza. Maybe you could explain to them what a great choice of an ambassador Riza was. But I was his partner, so in a way, he is my responsibility. I can't just go back like this. Yes, I can. I can just leave this motherfucker to die. Or wait till we get the cavalry. I'm afraid that's not enough. It certainly doesn't outweigh our reasons for sending you home. Just let me explain. I'll tell you everything. If I go back, we will just start war and kill you to death. What's up, KRW, NNM? You boys should log in so I can actually figure out who the fuck you are. Years ago, our world was prosperous. Our technology was far more advanced than yours, even. Computers not only graced every household, but every single person. It was the age of information. Even children had the power to access the most advanced knowledge at their fingertips. No, Dragon's dating Simeon. That's the game. They're dating Simeon. With our PDAs, our interconnectedness with other people and our environment was greater than ever. From locomotion to repetitious work and household chores, many processes were automated to such a degree that, except for our jobs and hobbies, there was nothing that needed to be done by a person anymore. Even the concept of someone wielding a weapon was outdated, as wars were no longer fought by people, but machines. Metal Gear! Looking back is probably the most prosperous time in human history. Exploitation of the environment and other people was at an all-time low, as was crime. You're full of shit. Conversely, our technological advancements had drastically increased in quality of life. Humans were no longer required for strenuous or repetitive tasks. Education had reached an all-time high, and many new jobs were created. General happiness had reached levels never seen before. No, we're explaining to them why we shouldn't go back. But it looks like we went full Men of Iron back in the day. Yet one day, everything changed. Some motherfucker popped EMPs. It was the sun! Son of a bitch! I knew we should have nuked him when we had the chance. A solar flare that was headed for Earth was detected by an automated monitoring system. It was determined to be so powerful that it dwarfed all others ever recorded in history. We had less than a week to prepare. Chaos hit much earlier than that. People scrambled to shield themselves and their possessions from the incoming ion storm. What? What's happening? On a worldwide level, power lines were switched off, satellites reoriented in space, and planes grounded to mitigate the effects that would hit us. Despite humanity's contingency plan for such an event, and all our efforts, we were still not prepared for the sheer magnitude of the solar flare that arrived. It's only then, when our race had become so dependent on technology, that we were immensely vulnerable against this kind of disaster. So we got fucked by an EMP. That day, a force with the power of 10 billion Hiroshima bombs was unleashed into our atmosphere. I'm pretty sure 10 billion of any nuclear weapon would kill us to death. Everybody is dead. The eyewitnesses reports from the day were varied as they were terrifying. That's the Aurora Borealis. What the fuck is this bullshit? Somebody doesn't understand how solar flares work. A huge, beautiful aurora could be seen on the horizon before fireballs hurled across the sky. In some places, these lights became so bright that even those asleep at night awoke, as though day had already arrived. A coronal mass ejection by itself did not have the power to kill anyone directly, but the side effects were disastrous. Yeah, guest Garhort, tell him how bad we got butt fucked. 'Cause it was not good. After the lights in the skies arrived, sparks showered from electrical outlets everywhere, igniting rampant fires in every town and city. Facilities that stored weapons, fireworks, or other explosives became centers of widespread destruction and loss of life. Somehow, I don't believe you. During the next stage, solar flares started to affect body modifications and caused commonplace pacemakers and nanomachines to fail. 15% of the world's population died as a result of this alone. Pretty much that. Yeah, it's not good. No, you're fired, pacemaker. You're not doing your job right. Get out. Once the full power of the waves hit us, however, society as we knew it collapsed in one fell swoop. Power grids on Earth shut down in an instant, as did the machines that automated our routine tasks. Long-distance communication and transport became a thing of the past. Without electrical power, the quality of healthcare plummeted, and the power and water and sewage systems were crippled. Sewage doesn't have anything to do with electricity. I mean, the sewage treatment plants, sure. But those are easy enough to run on minimal power. Like, you can just run a fucking generator on that and still be okay. It has to be a big generator, but, I mean, fuck, you don't just instantly lose sewage. You're right, author does not understand how to into science. Many thought the end of the world had arrived. In a way, it had. Some people blamed whoever their belief system would allow, angry at the gods that had forsaken them. Others pointed fingers at our lifestyle and society. Not that anyone was listening. You're right, Suika. Practically, we were back in the Middle Ages. Governments collapsed and were overthrown, and the ensuing power vacuums filled with groups of people that were sometimes organized and sometimes not. The few functioning electronic devices left became rare, sought-after artifacts, which battles and even wars were fought. Of course, there were also wars over resources and territory. The weaponry used was improvised or reclaimed from the days when humans had been present on the battlefield. It had been ages, but people returned to the old bloody ways of war. Magical time-traveling solar flare. Doesn't know about military-grade shielding. Yeah, just build a fucking Faraday cage, you'll be okay. It's gotta be a good one, but whatever, who cares? Weaponry used was okay. Humanity is in shambles now. This is the point, you're right, Suika, where it didn't understand how to into science. Those that I'd call family and friends now live with me in a giant, mostly self-sufficient city-state of survivors. A wall around the perimeter guarded by militia prevents any outsider interference. It's the only way we can retain a modicum of order. Gangs of raiders and looters run rampant on the outside. They wouldn't hesitate to kill first and ask questions later if they had known about my PDA. Our contained community has flourished for years now. We have homes to live in, crops to grow, and livestock to raise. No, this is... fucking what the fuck. Nobody but me was paying attention. So, this is the main character explaining for what reason the dragons can't send them back to to the human world, because it's too dangerous here or whatever. What is a basic generator? What is a solar panel? What is a battery? Lately, though, supplies have started to run low and dangerously so. The power we have is running out. Illnesses are spreading through the city, and treatment isn't as available as it used to be. Our population is dropping by the day. Fuck! We took a great risk to increase the radius of our scouting missions, desperate to find something outside the wall that could help us. You already know the rest of the story. We found the portal, and you. Never fucking write science fiction if you don't know shit about science. Oh man, Suika. You are just the saltiest little bitch right now. I can accept that they are retarded and that this doesn't make any sense, but you're just... I swear I can hear your Argentinian swearing from here. Oh, man. Now you know why this whole thing is so important to me. All our hopes lie in acquiring the generators you promised us. The act of sending Riza and me here was, without a doubt, already cost the lives of some people back home. Beyond the city walls is a dead zone. We haven't heard from any other settlements for months now. The state of the rest of the world is unknown. When Riza and I were sent here, my peers made it clear that this was our last chance. If anything happens to us, no more people will be sent. If we don't manage to bring back something that will help, we'll have sealed the fate of tens of thousands that live in our city. Yeah, you're right, Suika. You're right. Even the Imperium of Man, in all its backwards ways, doesn't understand the technology that it has, or at least most of it, but still has some technology. With all the stupid shit that's happened to it. It's just like, no, we understand what a laser is. We understand how to make one. How does it work? But, I still know that it's a fucking laser, and it's bad to put in your fucking eyeball. Warp drives are expensive, but you can still make them. If we can't manage to bring something back that will help, we'll have sealed the fate of tens of thousands that live in our city. I'm sorry, Dick, but I didn't know. If what you're telling me is true, it unfortunately does not work in your favor. Sad as the situation may be, it gives Riza a motive. Desperate times call for desperate measures and all that. It's true, they don't know why it works, just that it works. These people don't know jack shit. You're right. You are right. And that's with all of their, combined knowledge being blown to pieces dozens of times. In that vein, it gives you, it also gives you a motive. Considering the gravity of the human plight, it gives you all the more reason to collaborate with him. I'm not. What Riza is doing is wrong. You can't send me away under these circumstances because I'm your best bet at finding him. Retard tier ambassador. Even so, you will still be in grave danger after we announce Riza's involvement in the murders. I cannot and will not take responsibility for the consequences when I know of the risks. So what you're telling me is you're gonna send me back to the scout team, which is undoubtedly armed, and tell them, hey, these motherfuckers have the shit we need right now and are just choosing not to give it to us. They also die to bullets and cannot into gun. Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're going to try and tell me? Let's just send the looters then. Just take everything that isn't nailed down. You're right, Garhor. It does need to be purged. It needs a holy bolter and some holy promethium to fix this. I cannot and will not take responsibility for the consequences when I know of the risks. What about our deal, then? In the wake of this new information and as a sign of goodwill, we will send the generators you are owed through the portal once this is over, under 2 conditions. Humanity must condemn Riza's actions, and we must reclaim the stolen PDAs. Send the looters, eh? Looters! changed my mind. You should let Dick stay here. I cannot take your word under consideration in this matter, Chief. Taking into account Maverick's actions, your responsibility for them, you will have to be dealt with separately. With my authority as the minister in charge of the human visit, my decision is to have Dick sent back to the human world through the portal. Well, please, immediately. Well, get fucked, dragons! You're about to get bullets! Chief, please arrange for an escort to take Dick to the portal now. I can do it myself, Minister. Well, we have our own matters to discuss, Chief, and I'd rather get that over with as quick as possible. In that case, one of my officers should be here any moment. I arranged for him to meet us here. How handy. Then let us wait for this officer of yours. It didn't take long for Sebastian to arrive. After the situation was explained, he was visibly shocked, but didn't protest when he was given the task of sending me back through the portal. Let's go then, Dick. Don't I even get to say goodbye? Let's not waste any more time. You'll still be free to send letters after you've arrived on the other side. We've just explained! When you return to the human world, you discover that the Emperor and his Thunder Warriors have tamed the warlords of Terra, and his eyes set on ruling the Dragon Realm. I mean, that sounds about right. Didn't we explain that we have no power right now, and that sending a letter over for frivolous reasons seems like a good way to get me lynched? I will stab you, lady, with your own stupid fucking horn! Just go, Dick. Come on, then. We were silent as Sebastian and I slowly made our way to the portal. With each step I took, I drew closer and closer to the hopelessness waiting for me in the ruins of the human world. All in all, I certainly had a unique experience alongside these dragons, and although this place was filled with just as much drama and murder as back home, I would remember this world and all the people I met. I would fondly think back to the days I spent in the comfortable standard of living, a shadow of how humanity used to be. Even without the generators, at the very least, I'd be returning home with a few life lessons. What's going on here? Hey, Adine, you need to pick me up and get me the fuck out of here! Lost in thought, I hadn't even noticed Adine approach. It's none of your concern. Please leave. I can't even get a few minutes before I go. Suppose nobody's stopping us, but make it quick. Hey, Dick, what's going on here? Something serious happened. Looks like I have to leave. Right now? Why? It's the minister's decision, not mine. You'll hear all about it soon enough. Does it have anything to do with what I've been hearing? Is Riza really a murderer? I'm afraid so. I did not see that video. Wait, isn't Conrad... How the fuck is Kurz still alive? Didn't he throw himself to effectively martyr himself? He's like, no, but I'm crazy, and threw himself into a, 1,000,000-to-1 fight and died. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Oh. Well, what does that make you? I don't have anything to do with that. I was helping find the police. I was helping the police find him. Then why are you leaving? They don't want me to stay here with all this going on. It's for my own safety. Quotation marks. Well, it was nice to get to know you, at least. Likewise. I guess I should get going. Goodbye, Dick. Goodbye, Adine. I remember her. That was a witness from Riza's last murder. Oh, sorry, Riza's first murder. Did you know her? Yes. I see. A few minutes later, we arrived at the portal, standing proud as ever in defiance of the elements. How many years had the structure survived before it was found? I hope I can remember how this thing works. Are you joking? Yeah, sorry, I got it. Alright, I suppose it's time for us to say goodbye. Let's keep it professional. I don't like to mix personal matters with work. He looked away and I shrugged. Go ahead and turn it on then, you little bitch. You stand between the pillars, please? Of course. Wham. Took my place and stared towards the horizon while I thought about what would happen now, in this world and others. Even if I made a break for it, I'd become a fugitive, no better than Riza. It would be near impossible to investigate the case by myself, while on the run in a world I knew so little about. At the very least, I took comfort in the fact that I did everything I could to help, even if it turned out like this. Nevertheless, I dreaded going back empty-handed and returning to my old life in our ruined city. Any second now, the teleportation process would start, disintegrating my body before I would reappear on the other side, back in my dying world. I wonder if there was any risk of getting lost somewhere between worlds. We didn't really know how the portal worked, after all. Maybe I would be flung somewhere else in space-time, or it might affect my body in some way. I hadn't noticed any unusual changes in my body since I arrived in the dragon's world, but I had no way of knowing if there were potential long-term side effects. Hopefully I killed them all with smallpox. I really gotta hope that. Like, the cleaning lady picks up my bed sheets and is like, do, and then she has smallpox, and then it goes to somebody else and just, fuck, shit, son of a bitch. So all of the diseases I'm immunized against fucking kills them all. I gotta hope. I gotta hope. Get you, bitches. I mean, I'll probably die too, which is why when I get through the portal, I'll immediately run to the first body of flame I can see, because I don't want to kill humanity. That's not my fault. Took only a moment to arrive at the other side of the portal. Yet I felt like I had dreamed 1,000 dreams. And during the nights I spent there, these dreams had often reappeared. Any time now, I would undergo the same experience again. I was almost relieved that my adventure was over. Things had turned out far differently than expected. I evaded danger, got swept into a murder investigation, and met incredible intelligent beings from several different species. It had certainly been a time to remember. With that thought, I closed my eyes and braced myself for the moment that would come any second now. But that moment never came. The next thing that did happen was that I heard Sebastian's voice. It's not working. Are you joking again? No, really, it's not working. Wait, what is this? Some motherfucker! It's broken! Can you fix it? I don't think so. This doesn't look like a simple act of vandalism. It looks like some parts were torn out. I guess that means I'm not leaving, huh? Not yet, at least. Well, what do we do now? Let's head back. The chief has to know about this right away. Why wasn't this under guard? I don't actually know, Gar. I don't actually know. We were back at the ministry before long. Amira and Bryce were still outside as Remy approached the two of them. Remy, here are the case files, Amira. Don't understand the concept of sensitive location. Sensitive information. They don't understand a lot of things, actually. Like, maybe sometimes. Oh, man. Or sensitive devices. Why, thank you. Dick and an officer. What is this about, Amira? That is what I would like to know. Please, officer, enlighten me. Why has my order not been carried out? The portal is broken. What the fuck? The portal is broken. It's broken. It's broken? Yeah, it looks like somebody tampered with it and stole parts. Couldn't even get the interface to turn on. We'll check it out once I'm done here. But Gar, we knew exactly where fucking Gilliman was. We knew where he was. He was just hanging out in a stasis pod. Like, that was it. He was just there. He wasn't lost. He wasn't dead. He was mostly dead, but he wasn't actually dead. And for the longest time, the rumors were that his wounds were healing on their own, even in stasis. So, like, what the Eldar did isn't actually that impressive, considering he was healing himself when time and space themselves were frozen. Check it out once I'm done here. I suppose Dick will stay with us for a little longer after all. Seeing how this is an emergency situation, I will make this short. Chief, as a result of your carelessness regarding Maverick and Riza, you are temporarily removed of any duties related to the humans. Given these dangerous times, you will instead serve as my personal escort until further notice. Considering the circumstances, you will be allowed to coordinate the investigation of the portal, but after that, you are to immediately return to me to start your new task. Understood? You are a greedy bitch! Understood. Then all of you are dismissed. She turned to leave Remy trailing after her. Alright, let's head to the portal. This includes you, Dick. Of course, of course. Out of the corner of the eye, I spotted a sheet of paper on the ground. Hey, what's this? Mira probably dropped one of the case files. Either her or her assistant. You better bring that to her. Sebastian and I should hurry to the portal. Meet us there afterwards, okay? Sure. I picked up the sheet and started reading it. It was about what happened when I met Riza at the portal. Of course, it didn't say anything I didn't already know. So I walked up the stairs and wondered if it was okay for the unauthorized person to enter the building. All I knew about the place was that Amira worked there. I did have an important document that was going to be missed, so I walked inside, only to be greeted by an empty lobby. Luckily, there were some signs directing me to Amira's office. Didn't take long to find it, and I heard voices when I approached the door. By the way, what happened to the scroll you brought me this morning? The last time I saw it, did not have that tear. I dropped it. Tell me something new for once. Okay, someone else dropped it. Am I supposed to believe that? Remy, are you aware of how much this costs? Repairing and replacing artifacts is not cheap. I'm afraid we'll have to deduct this from your wage again. I see. You're not doing this on purpose, are you? Of course not. You've been working for me for a long time. I expected you to learn at some point. You're very resistant to do so. Not wanting to listen to this any longer, I decided to knock. There were a few seconds of silence. Please come in. I only opened the door long enough to hand Remy the sheet of paper. I think you dropped this outside. After I closed the door and started to walk away, I heard the voices resume. This is one of those case files you requested. You must have dropped it. Why was it left outside? As my assistant, you should have paid more attention. This got in the wrong hands. Someone could get in trouble. Oh, man. I don't really want to keep streaming. There's nobody else to talk to. Everybody else is... They're all gone. I'm alone. I'm so lonely. So lonely. They're all dead. Gone forever. Made my way back to the portal and arrived shortly after Bryce and Sebastian. Chua! What's up, buddy? Not yet. They tried to send us back and we told them to go fuck themselves. Also, the portal broke. But whatever, that's not important. Again, they tried to send us back and the portal's broken, so fuck it. Yeah, I've got 20 minutes left in this stream, so... Am I out of water? Fuck, I'm out of water! Schwa, it's not like I wasn't trying.
He was, but he has another chance to bang Banana Dragon.
Made my way back to the portal and arrived shortly after Bryce and Sebastian. Well, I can confirm that it's not turning on. I told you that already. Sebastian looks, it's like, you stupid motherfucker. Just wanted to be sure.
This thing unguarded.
I don't know. Like, hey, this is his one way back and forth from between worlds where he might try to escape.
No,
Let's not guard it.
better. There's a race of pissed off humans on the other side that could invade us. Let's not send guards to protect it.
He has that gun thing. Surely they won't have more of those.
Yeah, that has to be an ancient Arcanotech.
They've only got one of those. Psh, we'll be fine.
No, it's not like they give guns out in cereal boxes.
I mean, not everywhere is Texas or Alaska, but also that.
Chicago?
Chicago specifically tries to make sure nobody has a gun, but everybody,
Everyone has a gun.
but everybody who wants one can get one.
Exactly.
Except law-abiding citizens. Fuck those guys.
Yeah, they don't need guns. They're law-abiding.
The police will stop them. Don't you mean save them? No!
Nope.
I said stop them. Great. You really think it would still work with a chunk ripped out of it? Hey, I'm not an engineer. We don't know how the portal works. It was worth another try. There you are, Dick. What do you make of this? I'm afraid I don't know any more than you do. I'm not an engineer either. You're a biologist.
Whale biologist.
Useful. Running out of milk bones is heresy.
Okay, I found a picture that actually makes me like the Space Wolves a little bit more. Fucking pouring a funnel into the sarcophagus of a dreadnought.
Yeah.
So he can drink booze.
Yeah. Fenrisian ale. God damn it, just drink already! We will make you do a keg stand.
They pickle the corpse of their venerable fallen inside booze and then install it.
There we go.
Amniotic fluid or anything? They just need me!
They just need more liquor, it's fine. In that case, we should start thinking about who and when. There are patrols assigned to the portal and surrounding area day and night. Obviously not! If someone tampered with the portal, they must have seen something. Today's day patrol didn't notice anything unusual, though.
Wait, just a weak-ass patrol that walks around, not, I don't know, stationed at the fucking Nexus?
I guess she just missed the part about the portal being vandalized. How the fuck did you miss the part about they ripped open a panel and shit in it? Ultra fucking crying. It's a pretty good gif. Hold on, I gotta open the window because it's fucking hot in here. Alright, I'm back. It'd be easy to overlook. It's a small part of the machine. It's not like she was expected to check every square inch of it with every lap around the area. It's not that hard to sit down and fucking watch a goddamn portal. What about the night patrol then? When I went over the reports this morning, I noticed night patrol hadn't handed theirs in yet. Oh, night patrol's fucking dead! Who was patrolling last night? Let me think for a moment. Schedule always goes in a certain order, so last night would have been fucking Maverick. Damn. What is it? The night patrol for last night would have been Maverick. I got wrapped up in all the recent chaos and forgot to find a replacement for him when he went on sick leave. Fucking... Somehow I called it. I was laughing at a friend of mine who was playing Persona 5. And it's like, a name for the group, Hamburglers. Was there really any other option?
Nope.
The night patrol for last night would... Okay, yeah. Good job, stupid. Maybe Amira was right to take me off the case. So there was no night guard here at all. That's right. Whoever it was had an easy time doing whatever they wanted. Could it have been Maverick? If he knew no one was going to be there, he could have used that knowledge to his advantage. Apparently all of my friends that have it fucking love the shit out of it. So yes, Persona 5, probably worth getting. Then again, I have a lot of friends who are weeaboos, so I assume it's a stupid weeaboo game that applies to their stupid weeaboo sensibilities. So, are you a stupid weeaboo, yes or no? If yes, this game is for you. If no, it's probably still a good game, but also for weeaboos. Some salamanders just tried to bury their brothers in here.
Talk about weeaboos and yet playing this.
He couldn't have known that I'd forget to find a replacement, though. I don't usually slip up like this. What about Riza? Why would he have done it? He'd be cutting off his only way out. No, he'd be doing something smart. If he has the part needed to get to the portal working again, he's in control of who gets to use it. He's cutting off our ability to communicate with mankind.
Now with the portal not working, mankind will ready themselves for war.
Oh man, are we really good at war?
I know. I mean, I just have the greatest weapon for it. March upon the gate.
Man, they're gonna get fucked.
Oh yeah.
He's cutting off our ability to communicate with them, but we wouldn't be able to inform them of Riza's actions. We wouldn't give a fuck. I don't think you understand how normal murder is for us, but like he killed 3 of you. You're monsters. Whatever. Fuck it.
We murder ourselves constantly.
Didn't you hear the story about how we kinda are a bunch of raider savages? Because we're kind of a bunch of raider savages right now. Maybe you shouldn't have kept the investigation secret for this long. If your theory is true, that would be proof that Riza's actions are his own, not humanity's. Hey, I already trust you on that. Or it's a stunt to grant humanity plausible deniability. Fuck, the computer burst into flames. OBS says it's been 51 minutes. Fucking...
9 more minutes.
I don't really want to play more of it. I kind of just want to go to bed because I got work tomorrow. Because I got mandatory fucking overtime at a job that's probably going to fire me soon. I'm not doing good enough. But that's okay.
Time and a half.
Yeah, I know.
And then just start looking if you think
I
it's coming.
I already talked to a buddy of mine, and I'm gonna get a job at the factory in town. So, or one of the many factories in town, but whatever. No way, things are too dire for the humans to take such an extraordinary risk, especially for that. I'm sure that wouldn't be the only reason they'd benefit, though. There must be something we're not aware of. Maybe we're looking at this from the wrong angle. No one was here to guard the portal. Anyone could have broken it. Doesn't necessarily have to be anything to do with Reezer or Maverick. But they still have the greatest motives. You're right. Sure, but they definitely aren't the only ones to have one. There'd be private groups who are interested in the technology or its significance as a human artifact. So that puts us exactly nowhere. At least as far as speculation is concerned. It's about time for forensics to show up anyway. Let's hope they can pull some clues about this. Well, it wasn't done with claws!
It looks like it was shot. Who has the
Just, like, a team of fucking army rangers just shows up and starts mowing motherfuckers down. Surprise!
I don't know why, but I just thought of fucking Creed. It's just like, what's the Starbucks cup doing here? Poke it, fucking tank battalion.
Fuck. Lamppost. Hiding a Baneblade! Sebastian, can you take it from here? You've been just as dedicated as to the cases. I have. Since you'll have to be at the minister's side for a while. Sorry, since I'll have to be at the minister's side for a while. I'd like you to take charge of the investigation for now. Thanks, Chief. I won't let you down. What's up with that anyway? Being appointed as Amara's bodyguard as punishment just seems strange to me. Are you kidding me? I could have lost my job. This is way better than this is a way better outcome. Honestly, she probably did it for her own sake more than anything else. But I'm not complaining. If that's all, I'm headed back to the ministry. I shouldn't keep her waiting. So what does that make you now? Temporary chief? More like case leader. By the way, you won't need to stick around while Forensic does their job. Thanks for your help. I assume you can find your way back to your apartment? Yeah, of course, dick. Alright, I'll see you later. See ya. I considered spending my free time roaming the town. Decided that it would be best to keep myself out of the spotlight. After cooking myself a rudimentary meal, I considered picking up another book when the doorbell rang. Motherfucker. Open fire! Just shoot through the fucking door.
Only hope to kill everyone.
Sebastian. Hey, Dick. Thanks a lot. Hey, Sebastian, do you need my help again? We're a small-town police department, and with Bryce removed from the case, our resources are thinner than ever. I understand. What do you have for me? First up is... It was clearly suicide. You can tell from the defensive wounds.
Always could be fucking suicide.
The portal committed seppuku. First up is the primary witness in the latest murder. Damien, the victim's assistant. He is the one who found her body. A few things have changed since this morning, as we've gotten some additional information from forensics that warrants further questioning. How the fuck fast does forensics work? Like, it's not CSI. It doesn't just happen overnight.
I know, they could have been there for more like 40 minutes.
I know you knew the victim personally, so you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I leave the choice to you. You can find her assistant at the production facility. You seemed interested in that underground building found near the portal. I realized you might actually be able to help us with that. Since it's suspected to be of human origin, your opinion would help us, would be greatly appreciated. I guess I should add archaeologist to my resume. Maybe human matters consultant would be more appropriate. Really think that's okay for me to tamper with your priceless discoveries? Oh, you wouldn't actually go there in person. Just want you to take a look at the collected information in the archives and give us your opinion. Well, fuck you! I don't want to fucking look at some pictures. Nigga, I'm gonna go look at it. What do you do? Stop me with your stupid cap hat and your no muscles and no fire breathing and no wings? You're a fucking...
Junk on their relics. Fuck 'em.
Just gonna rub my nuts on your drum set. The building is old and unstable. Fuck is this? Somebody who doesn't understand shoulder pads need to be proportionate.
Nope. They need to be just fucking outrageous.
Outrageous!
I mean, 40k is at least 40% shoulder pads.
This is true. The bigger your shoulder pads are, the better your armor save is.
Warcraft stole their shoulders from Warhammer.
Also, Gar, do you know about Armageddon Shadow War?
Is that the new thing like a Necromunda?
Yes.
Yes, I am vaguely aware of it.
You should go to your local comic shop, or wherever runs it, go there and figure out what you need to play, get some cultists put together, and go play it. It's actually super cool. And it's a really good glimpse of what 8th edition is going to be like.
Oh, really? So that's kind of like the trial run for 8?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to swing by. I need to swing by that way to pick up my Sekhmet Conclave and maybe a couple of Zangors.
AGT, who are you?
Clearly he is a gay top.
I mean, it's SSH. It's quite possible. We have a significant number of them. Someone very useful.
Okay, hold on. I can do a test real quick.
No, it's not him. I'm 90% certain it isn't Chica.
I know. But I still fucking love doing it. Okay, I can then around a bit. Oh, worth a shot. Blessing that.
Who are you? God damn it! He's dead. I killed him.
Sleep. Come in like 12 hours.
The building is old and unstable. There's danger of it collapsing and flooding. Obviously, you don't want either of those to happen. Flooding. Yes, the whole building's underground, and we've determined that there is a rather large pocket of water surrounding it. Any kind of disturbance would endanger everything and everyone inside. I see. We also located... It's stupid is what it is. We also located another witness for the latest murder. A store clerk reporting seeing or hearing something. So it's probably worth it to ask them a few questions. Got it. Here are all the details. Visit me at the department once you're done. Sure thing. It's interesting that they still relied on me for their investigations, even after they tried to send me back to my world. I didn't expect them to allow me to help with their police matters after everything had happened. It's also called Angels with Scaly Wings. Are you, You're not Fag Basher. Who are you? Um...
Detecting racism, not odd.
Yeah, it's not Ogrist. I talk to him on a regular basis. Or regular is a strong word for it. Like, once or twice a week.
Yeah, you are being pretty fucking vague.
You're not Bats, because Bats is here every day. You're not Harrion, because Harrion would just sign in. You're not Weru, because you're not HPW25.
Someone got pissed with me accusing him of being odd. Ree?
That
Ree hasn't been around in ages.
Ree hasn't been around in ages, you're right, but I don't think that's her. Fuck. It's not Strog, because Strog signs in. It's not Korn, because Korn is a Filthy Tau player. And also, he's here a lot.
There's no Conan, so it's not Gary.
Nigga, if it was Gary, he'd be fucking with everything.
Exactly. Prostate squid?
That might be Prostate Squid. Hold up. I just heard a noise. I'm gonna grab my knife and figure out what the fuck it was. No, it seemed like it came from inside the house. I'm a little worried. I'll be back in a second. If you hear screaming, it's probably me, also dying. So, you know who I am and generally how to call the police, so, see you in a minute.
Well, Skrib's dead.
Alright, I'm back, and it's not, apparently I was hearing things. I'm still alive. $50 very unwisely.
So someone else bought this game for him, so...
How the fuck did I spend... Eternal Crusade was $40, so it's definitely not AUG.
When you're not tits, you bought Evolve. Very unwisely.
You're right. Somebody who doesn't like Deathwing? That's all I can think of.
Yeah, Johnny Black.
We're gonna finish the scene and I'm gonna hop off. Now that the possibility of sending me back was eliminated, the advantages of having me on their side apparently outweighed the risks. Though I had to wonder Who would have to be more careful from now on? We're gonna visit the store. Alright, and with this, who's he talking to? Hey, I think I've seen her before. Store clerk. Okay.
Wait, wasn't that also the waiter? Okay, someone else is basically. Dropped?
No, Drops hates 40k.
Why? Pama?
No, because Pama would just...
Pama rips my shit apart. Yeah, I know, I remember this conversation, but fuck, I can't recall. Meat? No. Was it meat?
No.
Motherfucker, this is bothering me now. Orange? Is it orange?
It's not Dr. Fox. DBK.
No. Sunken?
It might be Sunken.
That?
No? Please, guess. Just tell me who you are. No, it's not Strog. Because I don't remember seeing those, so I don't think this is exactly fair.
Well, I'll counter your little, uh, smurfs with a lit up volunteer. Suck it.
We're going to cut stream now, because I want to kind of go to bed. So, Marco. Alright, where the fuck is the thing? Here, come here, OBS.